The Dancing with the Stars season 33 finale is right around the corner, and with just 5 couples left competing for the mirror ball, you know the show is gonna throw a huge twist at them. Like, that's classic Dancing with the Stars. So let's get into everyone's final 2 dances before the finale and that major elimination twist. Everyone is so good. I just can't wait for next week's finale. So let's get into it. I'm Anna Rumor, and this is Pop Culture Social Call. We're kicking off the night with Chandler Kinney and her partner Brandon, who are coming in hot off of 2 perfect scores during last week's episode. And I know they were feeling the pressure, but this salsa dance to Spicy Margarita by Jason Derulo and Michael Bublé was sensational, and it earned them a 29 out of 30 from the judges. In their second dance of the evening, Chandler and Brandon took the energy down a level for a foxtrot to 𝐿𝐻𝐠's Too Sweet, but Judge Bruno Tonioli called the most intensely sensual foxtrot he'd ever seen, and one of those dances you'll never forget. It earned them a second 29 out of 30 for the night. Brandon's foot came off the ground twice, so it couldn't be a perfect 30. Boo. Joey Graziadei and Jenna were having a similarly good night in the ballroom, performing first a foxtrot to I Won't Dance by Aaron Boehm that Derek Hough called a masterclass and a breath of fresh air, and one of the best, if not the best, foxtrots he's ever seen. I mean, that's a perfect score if I've ever seen one. In their second dance of the night, Joey and Jenna attempted to double that perfect score with a Paso Doble to Come Together by Lennon and McCarthy, but a little misstep and timing issue led to the duo earning a 28 out of 30 instead. I mean, it was still really good though. I think Joey really might take this season. If there's one thing Ilona Maher and Alan are gonna do, it's leave it all on the field, or the dance floor. This fiery Paso Doble to Sam Smith's Unholy was so cool. It had the audience on their feet for a standing ovation, but judges praised Ilona for all her progress this season, 28 out of 30. Then their second dance, Avini's Waltz to Golden Hour, was a little bit more challenging for the rugby player. She said that kind of graceful and fluid movement doesn't really come naturally to her, but she could have fooled me. This was a stunning performance. The chemistry Ilona and Alan have is always spot on. The judges gave this a 29 out of 30 in the end. Danny Amendola scored slightly lower this week with partner Whitney. They started with this Viennese Waltz to John Mayer's Gravity, and while it was really graceful and emotional, Danny couldn't do any lifts, and that's where we've really seen him shine. 27 out of 30. Their second dance though was a salsa to I Like It by Cardi B, and it blew the judges away with its tricks and gravity-defying stunts. Like, Whitney was getting airtime. This earned Danny and Whitney another 27 out of 30. I think it's the actual dance content that holds them back. Speaking of holding back, Steven Nedoroscik was determined to embrace his sexy side as he and partner Riley danced the cha-cha to Bailar, and look at those hips! There were a few missteps throughout though. That earned the pair just a 25 out of 30. Ugh, that hurts in the semifinals. They were able to redeem themselves though during this tango to Sweet Disposition by the Temper Trap. They got a 28 out of 30, which I felt was deserved. I mean, halfway through the dance, Steven's glasses flew off his face and he just kept going at it blind. With everyone's semifinal 2 dances done, it's time for the elimination, and it was Ilona and Alan and Steven and Riley on the chopping block. But remember that twist I mentioned? Turns out no one's going home. Just look at those surprise faces. Yes, everyone's heading to the finale next week. This week's scores are just gonna carry over. I'm just psyched for another week with these people. I feel like they're like my family at this point. I don't know, what did you think about the idea of having a 5-team finale? Let me know in the comments. Then head over to popculture.com for the latest in entertainment news. Until next time, I'm Anna Rumor, and this is Pop Culture Social Call.